But I'm good to go. Whatever you are, dog.
You know I'm good. Let's get it, baby.
Well, let's fucking go. Today is Tuesday, December 13th.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? It's game day, bro.
This is the intro. We live.
Oh, we live? What's going on, people? Welcome back to another episode of the Fantasy Football Busters podcast. Today is Tuesday, December 13th, and joining me is my ever so great co-host, Mr. Eric. Eric, how you feeling today?
Ever so great. God damn. Thank you. Appreciate you.
He's a beast, bro.
I'm feeling good, man. I'm glad to be back with you for another week. We got a lot to talk about in these next two videos. News and injuries, there's a ton. The recap was long, so yeah, excited just to get into it.
Hell yeah, and get into it we will. Like Eric said, we're going into some news and injuries, and there's some big ones this week. So let's jump into it with probably one of the bigger ones of the week, probably the biggest one of the week if we're being honest. Mr. Kyler Murray of the Arizona Cardinals is believed to have torn his ACL. He's going to be getting an MRI later on today to confirm. Like I said, we're recording this right now like 9:30 on Tuesday, so we haven't gotten the official update yet, but we've gotten the initial reports that are saying that, you know, they fear he has torn his ACL and he's done for the season. Unfortunately, you hate to see a player go down like this, but on the bright side, Kyler Murray does get to play as much Call of Duty as he wants now, unhindered. So you got to take the silver linings where you can get them, you know?
I knew that was coming. You're always going after Kyler. But no, that's facts. It's true. He's probably a little bit excited. He put the towel over his head, not because he was crying or upset, but because he was smiling. No, he could play all the COD he wanted. That's just facts. But no, on a serious note, this obviously really sucks for Kyler and the team, especially just because of the way that it's going to roll into next year.
Yeah.
He's probably it's way too early to be saying this, but I wouldn't be shocked if he started next season on the PUP, probably misses the first 3 or 4 weeks of the season. And then even when he comes back, I would expect his mobility to be limited while he's, regaining trust, like mentally in his knee as well as, physically. So yeah, it just sucks that it's probably going to carry into next season and he's going to miss out on the rest of this one.
Yeah, completely agree. It sucks to see, but, just hoping for a speedy recovery and hoping that he comes back at the same level, especially after how much the team invested in him. So, yeah. It'd be interesting to see going forward. And then moving on to the next piece of news we got Mr. Ramondre Stevenson, also from last night's game. He left with an ankle injury. He got hurt initially in the first quarter, and he came back into the field and tried to play it off, but ended up going back into the locker room and was ruled out for the rest of the game at halftime. So wasn't able to finish it. Have we gotten any updates since this happened as to what this could possibly be? Like, I know it happened last night, so probably not.
Yeah, yet. I haven't seen any. I've seen a couple of people that seem a little bit optimistic about his status for next week, but we really don't know anything concrete.
Yeah, that makes sense. So we're going to keep an eye on that just to see. I know a lot of people kind of depending on him going into playoffs. It's just unfortunate a lot of these injuries happen right before fantasy playoffs, but, it's the nature of the game. And we're going to stick with the Patriots here. We're going to talk about Devontae Parker. He also appears to have suffered a concussion in this game, as well as, Ramondre Stevenson getting hurt. So that's two people's status to keep an eye on. I'm not sure if you were starting Devontae Parker if you needed him. Hopefully you're not banking on him for playoffs, because if you are, you're probably done. Not gonna lie to you.
If you were banking on Devontae Parker, you didn't make the playoffs.
But hoping for a speedy recovery for him as well.
Yeah, and shout out to Nelson Aguilar for being a really good teammate. I don't know if you guys saw that last night, but he hit his head on the ground, was clearly shook, had trouble getting up and standing on his own at first. And then they have the new rule with the ATC spotter about like seeing people with head injuries and taking them off the field, stuff like that. The team, nobody seemed to stop him from staying on the field. They were about to run another play, and Aguilar was just yelling at the ref like, yo, this guy can't stand up. And so they stopped the play and took him off the field. So shout out to him. That was a good call.
That's, like you said, great teammate right there, because that's just concern about safety.
Yeah.
And then moving on to another game, we got Mr. Deebo Samuel of the San Francisco 49ers. We thought that this one, I'm not going to lie, I thought it was over with this one. I really did. It looked really bad.
Bad.
He got his leg rolled up on, was holding his knee, and clearly in a lot of pain. And it seemed pretty serious, but we're hearing reports now that he avoided anything major. Apparently, they're saying it's an MCL sprain and an ankle sprain, but not a high ankle sprain. And some sources are speculating he could return as early as week 17. I know the team was saying there is a possibility he's back for the regular season as well. So it's a chance Debo Samuel owners out there could have him for, possibly championship week of fantasy. So that's at least exciting to see that he's not completely gone for the season. But I don't know.
I don't know that I'm buying it. Yeah, it's definitely good that he avoided a major injury. I don't know how he did. Like, legit, watching the replay, his foot was pointing the complete wrong direction. Like, should be this way. It was pointing backwards. I thought he broke his ankle. And then, with that kind of torsion and twisting in the leg, like, you thought something might have torn his knee as well. So, yeah, happy to hear that he didn't just, completely destroy his leg. But I don't know that I'm buying that he's going to be back that early. And I definitely wouldn't have confidence starting him that early in championship week.
Yeah, that'd be kind of nuts.
Yeah.
And I guess we're going to stick with San Francisco, and we're going to move on to Brock Purdy. He's day-to-day with no obliques or ribs injury. Coach Shanahan said that he could have stayed in the game if they needed him, but, they were leading by so much they just decided to pull him. And still, we should monitor his practice throughout the week, just his status, see if he's limited, see how the team is working him back onto the field. But again, day-to-day, we really don't know what that means. He could play this week. It could be weeks before he plays again. Who knows? But, yeah, Brock Purdy, somebody to keep an eye on, especially as much as he's been balling with the San Francisco team.
Playing well, man. Playing really well. Got to give him credit. And, yeah, you said day-to-day. We're going to hear a lot of that on this list. So many people being ruled as day-to-day, which, as we've been saying throughout the year, like, we don't really know what that means. So that sucks that it's kind of unclear.
Yeah, it's I understand it from a team aspect, though. They're trying to keep other teams guessing. You don't want to just say this person is done, because then teams say, oh, we can game plan for that. But yeah, it's just, it sucks. And I guess, Russell Wilson went down with a concussion. I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to shit on Russell too much. This was one of his 2 good games on the season. So
yeah,
he at least kind of did something this week before he got hurt, unfortunately. His head hit the ground pretty hard after a long run, and clearly he was kind of dazed. And Nathaniel Hackett says his safety is our number 1 priority. I think there's better priorities, but you know what I'm saying? I do want Russell Wilson to be safe.
Damn.
I mean, he could be number 2. I would think, being a coherent football team is probably number 1. A little bit of conflation.
Fair enough.
But,
yeah.
It's...
Dude, all I know...
doesn't affect nothing for me personally, you know what I'm saying?
All I know, Russell Wilson's bathrooms are shook right now. They're scared.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because he's getting close to that number of bathrooms.
Shivering their timbers. He's up to 11 touchdowns on the season, baby. He's cooking. He's only got 12 bathrooms. He's about to tie it.
I swear, if this man ends the season with touchdowns tied with bathrooms, I'm gonna be upset. But yeah, sticking. We're gonna move to somebody who's somewhat productive. We got Nathaniel.
No, he's not.
Man, I'd start him before I'd start Russ.
Maybe, yeah.
But Nathaniel Hackett also mentioned it doesn't look good for Mike Boone to return this season after suffering an ankle injury on Sunday. So, not looking great for Mike Boone owners out there. I'm sure you were going to use him probably more than Russell Wilson. So, yeah.
Also doesn't matter. If you had Mike Boone starting, you're not in the playoffs. Nobody's tripping over that.
Yeah, it just is what it is on that one.
On to the next.
On to the next. Staying with the Broncos, though. We got Nathaniel Hackett also called Cortland Sutton day-to-day with his hamstring injury. He said, and this is something that we've also said, so this is coming from an NFL coach, okay? With it being a hamstring injury, those things are different for everybody.
Pete? Did I just hear Pete?
No.
No, that was Nate. It was Nate.
It was Nathaniel Hackett.
My bad.
He was doing his best Pete Carroll impersonation.
I thought it was Pete. I
think all these coaches see Pete Carroll and they're like, I want to be like that. Because that's tight.
Stop it.
Dog, it's every...
Stop it, please.
And then, even moving on to the next piece of news, Pete Carroll is calling Kenneth Walker day-to-day. Seahawks have a short week playing on Thursday, so his status is still to be determined. They were working to try to get him in last week, so like it is a short week, but they might still try to throw this guy into the game again.
Yeah.
I'm not super confident that he will be able to play in this game. What do you think, Eric? Do you think they're going to try to get him out? I mean, obviously they're going to try to get him out, but do you think he has a shot of
I
playing?
think he has a shot. I think he's by no means ruled out. I think it's probably going to be another game time decision. As somebody who has him on a team and doesn't have a first round bye in the playoffs, like I don't know what I'm hoping for, because I if they hold him out this week, I would feel pretty confident that he's going to be near 100% the following week.
Right.
But like, I kind of need him, right,
Say you
for the
gotta
first
wait a
week of the
week.
playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tough to say as a fantasy owner, like what I'm really hoping for. I guess just for him to be fully healthy, whatever that means. But yeah, because Pete Carroll is just calling him day to day, we don't know what that means.
Yeah, so it's tough to call. There's a lot of big decisions people got to make this week. It's gonna be
Yeah.
crazy. Next piece of news, we got Mr. Tyreek Hill seems to have injured his ankle against the Chargers, but he was able to stay on the field for most of the game. Mike McDaniel said he did a good job toughing it out. He'll come in for treatment tomorrow, and from all indications, it's just bumps and bruises that he'll have to work through. I forgot what player it was, but the one that was just, it's just a part of the game. You remember who that was?
That was Waddle.
That
was
Waddle. Yeah, so it's just this Dolphins. It's just this Dolphins
just work through it.
organization, man.
Just part of the game.
Concussions, ankle injuries. We'll just work through it.
Yeah.
And then sticking with the Dolphins, we've also got Mike McDaniel calling Jeff Wilson day to day. Wilson left Sunday's game on a. Wait, what is this?
Sorry, on a cart. That
cart.
got auto corrected.
Oh, no worry. Left the game on a. I'm sorry, guys. You guys are probably confused. I do read a lot of this stuff. He left the game on a cart with a hip injury. Coach said results are more positive than the worst case scenario it could have been. We could have avoided worst case scenario, or we have avoided worst case scenario for sure. So it's not a broken hip, or hopefully nothing super crazy. Not even a hip subluxation, even hopefully.
Ooh.
Big words. You know what I'm saying?
Vocab words.
But
looking like Dalvin out there. Oh, baby.
you know what I'm saying, bro? I read some books from time to time. Cat in the Hat. Motherfucking Flat Stanley, but we're gonna keep moving.
Oh my god,
we're gonna keep moving forward. You feel me? But yeah,
I
Jeff
feel you.
Wilson
Come
day
on.
to day. This was coming off the news, or not even the news, but just off the development from last week or the last couple of weeks, where we were like, Jeff Wilson isn't really the main guy here anymore either. So if Jeff Wilson isn't to play going forward this week, obviously that raises some Raheem Mostert stocks. But at the same time, this Dolphins team's been playing a little bit weird as of late as well, too. So I don't even know how much stock there is in that.
Yeah, they've definitely been regressing. Tua has been playing worse statistically and just visually on the eye test. Yeah, the team is struggling a little bit. You mentioned that Jeff Wilson was starting to get supplanted. I don't know that that's necessarily the case.
Well, I wasn't not so much supplanted, but it was getting to be that more of a 50-50 spot.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, we had seen Jeff Wilson kind of supplant Raheem Mostert at first, and then it was falling back down into that 50-50 category. And that's where it was this week prior to Jeff Wilson's injury. So we'll see how much that affects things.
Yeah, going forward. And then going forward, talking to going forward, we're going to go on to the Minnesota Vikings. Mr. Adam Thielen, Father Time, apparently aggravated a knee bruise that was described as a season-long nuisance, but he should play this week. So probably not the worst news in the world. Adam Thielen has actually been pretty productive as of late as well. So
yeah, after starting the season, just not really being heavily targeted, he's been much more involved in the offense these past few weeks, or even more than that. Really, it's been quite a long stretch where he's kind of been quietly producing pretty well for fantasy.
It's pretty much like as soon as I got T.J. Watkinson, they were like, "Yeah, let's start using Adam Thielen a little bit more too."
Forgot about that nickname, bro. That's so fire.
T.J. Watkinson, baby, especially since they wear purple, so fire.
Yeah.
Don't do drugs, kids. And now, sticking with the Vikings, they're going to get back left tackle Christian Darrisaw and center Garrett Bradbury for their game against the Colts. So getting closer to being back at full strength for the Vikings as well. So that's also very good news, especially for the run game, because Dalvin, he's been doing pretty well as of late, but this is only going to help things even more going forward.
Yeah, he struggled last week, and hopefully this should help out the whole team, man. It should give Kirk more time back there. And yeah, like you said, open up more rushing lanes for Dalvin.
Hell yeah. And then moving on to the next piece, we got Panthers wide receiver DJ Moore is considered day-to-day also with a knee sprain. One source called the injury nothing significant. For the team, losing DJ Moore, obviously they've had Sam Darnold playing as of late, and DJ Moore is one of the more favorite targets of Sam Darnold. This Panthers team, is that not true?
Debatable after last week.
It's debatable after last week?
So the week prior, like DJ Moore went from doing absolutely nothing with the conglomerate of quarterbacks that have been the Panthers starters. And then Sam Darnold comes in and he puts up 18 points and everybody's like, oh, praise Sam Darnold. He's the key to unlocking DJ Moore. This week, DJ Moore plays 69 snaps, runs
Nice.
29 routes. Yeah, nice. And 0 catches.
Damn.
Goose egg.
Yes,
So
maybe
yeah,
not.
I don't know that's the truth.
Damn, maybe not. Like I said, I didn't really get to watch a whole ton of football this week. I kind of feel bad that I didn't, man. It sucks.
I mean, nobody's watching the Panthers anyway. You don't have
That's
to feel
true.
bad about that.
That's true. Fuck the Panthers. Although Panthers, better team without Christian McCaffrey, continuing the trend.
Yeah, seemingly so. I don't know how,
For some
bro.
reason.
This is totally off topic. We're on news and injuries, but what is good with the Seahawks, man? Are they good? Are they bad? They just lost to the Panthers. I don't understand.
I don't know if anybody's really like good this season.
Yeah, that's
To
a
be
good
honest
point.
with you, I don't know what's going on. I think
Yeah.
playoffs is going to be a shit show. I think everyone's going to think they know what the playoffs are going to be, and it's just not going to be that.
Yeah, should be entertaining.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a movie for sure. Moving on to the next piece, we got T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd of the Cincinnati Bengals are both day-to-day per Zach Taylor. Higgins aggravated his hamstring injury in pregame warmups on Sunday, and Tyler Boyd dislocated his finger. So, a lot of day-to-days, like you said.
I'm shaking my head at the day to day, but I'm also shaking my head because, man, that T. Higgins lack of news, that hurt some people real bad, bro. The last week before playoffs, people depending on him to potentially make it in, and nobody tells us that in pregame he re-injured his hamstring. He goes out, plays 1 snap, and then nothing the rest of the game. Goose egg for you in week 14? Come on. What are we doing?
Yeah, that hurts. That hurts a lot.
Wild.
It's just, I just don't think. It's like we've kind of talked about before. These coaches don't give a fuck about fantasy football and shit like that. Like, they're out there trying to win games. And it makes sense because they're coaches. But at the same time, when it comes to updates and stuff like that, especially like a pregame update, let people know. It's not like the other team can game plan that fucking much. They're finding out right before the game. You got to keep people updated because that's a huge source of revenue, I'd imagine, for the NFL.
100%. Not only, they're making a lot of money off that. They're getting a ton more views off that. Like, if fantasy football didn't exist, like, the NFL would still be fine. They're a monster business and everybody watches them. But, like, the amount of eyes that are on the NFL strictly because of fantasy is huge.
Yeah.
But this is a tangent, I guess, for another time. I don't know.
We'll get into it. Don't worry, guys. We still got stuff going for the off season. You'll see a lot more free form and rants out there. That's where stuff is going to get a whole lot crazier.
Yeah.
So stick around for that because we definitely have some thoughts. But moving on to a shit show of a team, in my opinion, we've got Arthur Smith says he anticipates that Marcus Mariota will go on IR with the knee issue. This is something that kind of surprised me a lot because they're coming off a bye week, so they haven't done anything for the past week. We didn't know there was really... I guess we kind of knew there was a knee issue before the bye week. They were saying that he had gotten hurt, but they were just going to take a look into it. Said it wasn't really anything serious, but now they're saying, oh, no, we're going to shut him down, and we're going to get Desmond Ridder in there. Oh, sorry, spoiler alert. That's potentially part of the reason why they're making the switch to Desmond Ridder. What do you think about this situation right here? Because I feel like it kind of popped up out of nowhere. I feel like it's kind of BS to get Desmond out there on the field.
Yeah. I wonder how much of this is legit. And if it is, like, that's fine. It's not like, it's not scandalous or nothing. It's just like you said, it seems like maybe they wanted Desmond Ridder to go in there and they're just trying to do this to save face for Marcus Mariota, make him feel not as bad or something. I don't know.
But it makes sense because, like, the Buccaneers, they got shit on last week. But it's looking like the Buccaneers are going to come out on top of that division, possibly.
Carolina's making it tight.
Well,
Carolina keeps winning games.
But
they own the tiebreaker, too.
But my thing is Atlanta's not,
Oh, yeah.
And with
Facts.
this year's quarterback class coming in, you definitely want to try to take a look and see, like, is this guy going to be somebody, or should we take a look at these guys in the draft? You know, I think that's
Right.
what this move really is at the end of the day.
Agreed. Yeah.
But yeah, we gonna see. I'm actually kind of excited to see Desmond Ritter play. To be honest with you.
It'll be something new from the horrendous TV that has been the Atlanta Falcons.
Bro, Marcus Mariota's ass.
Yeah.
He's ass. But moving on, we're going to take a look at Baltimore with Mr. John Harbaugh saying that Tyler Huntley is in the concussion protocol. No update on Lamar Jackson's knee from Harbaugh, though. So I think if Tyler Huntley, they're saying if he's able to clear, he'll probably play next week, but who knows if he's going to clear. Tyler Huntley plays the way that people think Lamar Jackson plays, in my opinion. People think Lamar Jackson's super risky with his body, doing this and that. No, that's Tyler Huntley. And obviously we saw it just now. So hoping for a speedy recovery this week and that he's able to clear concussion protocol, but I'm not super confident, at least based on the clips that I saw when the injury happened. I'm not super confident.
Yeah.
But
I should have put it on here, but I've never heard of the third string quarterback for Baltimore, the guy that came in at the end of the game.
That's Brown, right?
Yeah.
I remember seeing him in the preseason because they just have they had a stable of quarterbacks that just all look like Lamar Jackson, and Brown was one of them.
Just a bunch of athletic black dudes back there.
Bro, literally, they had like 5 or 6 of them. They just started one after the other. I didn't even know they were making changes at quarterback until I saw the numbers change. It was crazy.
Yeah. You make a really good point, though, is people do think just because Lamar Jackson is a running quarterback that he's out there risking his body and stuff. Even though he doesn't really slide that often, he does a fantastic job of protecting himself when he's out there running. And like you said, these other dudes, Tyler Huntley especially, is just reckless.
Yeah. Lamar Jackson's out there giggling and shit when people are tackling him. Like, I'm not out there. I'm not scared for Lamar Jackson. He's having a blast. So we're going to move over to Houston. Coach Lovie Smith said that Dameon Pierce has an ankle injury but isn't sure if it'll affect his status for Sunday yet. Dameon Pierce also has been playing pretty well as of late. After those 2 really bad weeks, he sort of bounced back a little bit. So he is doing better now. If this is going to affect his status for Sunday. If he doesn't play, it's going to suck for a lot of people who are probably banking on Dameon Pierce. It's probably become a big part of people's games or people's teams. So make sure you keep an eye on his status throughout the week because we're really not sure what he is going into the weekend. So keep an eye on his practice status as the week goes on.
Yeah, let me check to make sure I'm not making this up, but if he does play, he's got a fantastic matchup against the Chiefs for Week 15.
Jeez. Okay. No.
What you looking for?
Just taking a look at something. Taking a little look-see. I'm gonna make sure I timestamp or I put a time down for this because we just stopped.
Okay.
24:35. 24:35. We're good.
All right, bet. I don't know what you're looking at me for. I said my piece. I was waiting on you.
That's so funny.
I'm done.
All right. Tee up, Will. Tee up. We got this. All right. My bad, guys. Little technical difficulties right there with my brain.
There was no technical difficulty.
With my brain, bro. My brain had a technical difficulty. But we're here and we're back and we're talking about the Jets, baby. The Jets. We got Corey Davis. He's in concussion protocol, but according to Coach Robert Salah, he is feeling really good today. So that's nice. We're going to hope the doctors clear him, but it is nice that he's feeling really good today.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach. And then moving on to another player on the Jets who, honestly, I don't know if he's coming back this week. He got absolutely folded, and I really do hope he's okay because when I saw this hit, I was super nervous for him. We're talking about Mike White. The Jets are preparing as if he's going to play this week, but I don't know if you guys have seen the clip, but he took a massive hit to the ribs. But he took several massive hits, actually, because he exited this game a couple different times. Was able to come back in, keep playing, got hurt, came back in, kept playing, got destroyed, and then left for the rest of the game. But then after
he came
back.
in?
He did come back.
Yeah.
And immediately after the game, Robert Salah said, "Yeah, that's our starting quarterback next week."
Yeah,
Which
tough as nails.
Off of pure adrenaline, pure just watching that guy put it all on the line, absolutely. But again, let's see if a doctor clears him, because
Yeah,
I've got to actually see that, because he took a pretty massive hit.
it's unclear whether or not he actually suffered a ribs injury. I'd be surprised if he didn't, because man, we were talking about this before the video. We were laughing. Matt Milano folded him like a lawn chair, dude.
Yeah.
It was such a clean hit, not illegal at all, perfect form, just destroyed him.
Bro, folded him like laundry on a Sunday, bro. Jesus.
Like an omelet, like a crepe. What else folds, man? He was just in half.
God, like a brochure. A vacation brochure. You know, the ones that you open it up and it tells you all the silly shit to do in the area? That's what he got folded up like. Jesus Christ.
Destroyed.
But I'm hoping he is good and he does play this week, because this team,
Yeah.
it's sort of like the Taylor Heineke effect. This team plays really well when Mike White is under center.
For sure. And it's helping out the position players as well.
But what's crazy is, too, though, Zach Wilson, the team was 5-2 under Zach Wilson. It's not like they were playing bad. He's just ass. So it's really weird to be like, you know, the team plays better under Mike White, but it's like the team wasn't losing under Zach Wilson. He just sucks.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man.
Interesting dynamic.
Definitely interesting. Definitely be interesting to see what the Jets do moving forward, going into the draft. Because I don't think Zach Wilson's going to be the future of that team. And I know they like Mike White, but I don't know.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
And moving on to the next piece, we got Dontrell Hilliard of the Tennessee Titans. Won't be available to play this week after being carted off the field with a neck injury. One of the low-key bigger losses for this team, because this is a guy that does a lot on the field, not just being a backup running back. So to think that, you know, Dontrell Hilliard's down, Hassan Haskins is immediately going to get vaulted up, probably not the case, because Dontrell Hilliard's value comes in a lot of the different things he does on the field. So
Yeah.
I'm not really sure who gets a bump up for this, but it is a pretty big loss for this team.
His name is Julius Chestnut.
Julius Chestnut. Is that a real person?
Hell yeah, that's a real person. The third string running back, now second string for the Titans. The offseason darling. Shout out Noah More Parties on Twitter and also part of Team BDGE. He loves Julius Chestnut. He was all on him in his prospect profile before the season. He's pretty good. I think he looked good when he came in after Hilliard went out, actually.
Okay, so if you guys are out there, you're looking for somebody, hopefully you're not banking on Julius Chestnut.
Yeah, that's a deep league ad.
But if you're in like a 14-team league and you're looking for somebody to fill in that spot, Julius Chestnut might be the guy for you. For the next piece, we're going to go back to New York, but a different New York team. We got Richie James, who is in concussion protocol, and Daniel Bellinger, who is pretty sore after Sunday's game. So Coach Brian Dable is just saying we're going to see how it goes this week for both of them as to what their status is. So,
Bruh, all these coaches this week just going, I don't know.
Yeah, there's...
What's happening, Coach? I don't know. You know as much as I do.
And it's crazy, bro, because I think at this point, I think they know it's fantasy playoffs, bro. I think they know. They're just like, yeah,
they're
fuck
fucking
them.
with us.
Yeah, let's just fuck them. I don't care. Let's ruin their
So
days.
rude. Yeah.
Moving on to the next piece. Head coach Dennis Allen continues to be a bane of my existence. He says that Andy Dalton will continue to start this week for the New Orleans Saints. Free
Jameis.
I can't wait for the Jameis 30 for 30 when he eventually hits that, like, I just got a feeling, bro, wherever he lands at, he's going to hit that, like, Drew Brees second half of his career where he's just, like, pretty fucking good, bro. You know?
Yep.
Maybe not. Probably not. But I'm hoping. I'm hopeful.
I hope for your sake that he does it. And it would just be fun. We need him as a starting quarterback because we need more sound bites and interviews from him. That's my main point of contention.
Let's get Jameis to the Seahawks. Jameis to the Seahawks.
But Geno's balling.
Get Geno somewhere else, man. He had his time. But I really do think Jameis does deserve a spot in this league. I think at some point he may end up getting one, but I'm not super hopeful. And he's only going to get worse the longer he sits, I feel like. So I'm not hopeful. In other news, we've got the Texans have waived running back Eno Benjamin. So Eno Benjamin again, floating out there in the abyss. Hopefully another team picks him up because he is a talented running back. I don't see why he's had such a hard time finding a landing spot. But
Yeah.
I'm hoping that wherever he does land, they do, show him some love because as of right now, Benjamin getting tossed around, absolutely tossed around.
Like a sack of potatoes.
Yep. Or like the town whore, Odell Beckham. So
baby!
we're gonna do a quick segue. We're gonna actually merge some of these two together because I feel like these two pieces of news are connected. I think there's a whole conspiracy. As you guys know, Odell has been going around visiting with these teams. He visited with the Cowboys, and then some news reports came out that they, sort of ran some physicals, ran some tests on him, and they didn't like how the knee came out. We thought it was speculation because, trying to drive down that asking price, maybe get Odell signed for a little bit cheaper for, the playoffs, which is the only thing he wants to play in, apparently. But we're going to continue for it. We thought that was a smokescreen. He then goes to visit with the Bills, and they kind of were a little vague. They were a little optimistic after, but not overly optimistic. I know Josh Allen was like, yeah, I hope he comes here. Yeah. But then these teams both go. The Bills go and sign Cole Beasley, who comes out of retirement to return to the team. Something Cole Beasley said he wasn't going to do at the beginning of this season, I'd like to add. He said he wanted to go be a father. Guess that didn't work out. So he came back, wanted to play some more football.
God,
and
hey,
it's the truth, bro. You can look it up. There's actual quotes out there.
I know
because he was shitting on Tom Brady, saying, "Yeah, Tom Brady shouldn't have came back. He should go spend time with his family because that's what I'm gonna do."
Cole Beasley has no right to talk about anybody, bro. Yeah. What a piece of shit. What a terrible person.
I will say, kind of decent rapper though. If you guys have never listened to his music, Cole Beasley has music out there.
Are you being for real?
I'm dead ass, bro. Look it up on Apple Music. Well, I'll show you after we're done recording. Dead ass.
I know that he dabbles in the rap game, but I didn't think he was gonna be good.
Bro has projects out, bro. Projects.
Okay. Oh, all right.
And then the Cowboys also signed a wily vet in T.Y. Hilton. And they're saying Mike McCarthy's saying he could play Sunday versus the Jaguars. And it's just weird to me. It's weird to me that these teams went out and signed these two guys. Actually, I don't know. How old is Cole Beasley? Is Cole Beasley in
35 or something?
I was about to say these two older receivers because Odell is 29, about to turn 30 soon.
Something like that.
Yeah, and it's just these guys went out and got them. And I just don't see a world where they go and make these signings and then also go pick up Odell as well. So
100% agree.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what the news is here, But I don't think everything's as good with Odell as he's trying to make it seem.
Yeah, back to Cole Beasley rapping. If anybody is still with us for this long-ass video, which I hope you are, and I appreciate you if you are, but you are going to catch some heat for that take, man. I feel it coming.
Oh, yeah? That he's a decent rapper?
Yeah, I haven't heard it, so I guess I can't really talk, but I feel like that's a controversial opinion.
Listen. Anybody out there who's watching, who listens to Cole Beasley's music and you want to trash me, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care.
Say something else.
Your boos don't hurt me. I've seen what makes you cheer. And then
shout out Bus Gang.
Bus Gang, baby. So,
oh my God. We're off the rails. Let's finish this thing out.
Yeah, we're literally on the last point. Also, sticking with the Cowboys, unfortunately, Terrence Steele, their right tackle, is also out for the season with a torn ACL. So that's a blow for the offensive line for the Cowboys. The Cowboys have been kind of on fire as of late, too. So it'll be interesting to see if this affects them at all. Well, yeah, obviously.
I mean, they did pull out the win, but, damn, that was close versus the worst team in the league.
Yeah.
They should have lost, too.
They should have lost. But, hey, they did it,
They did it.
They did it. And with that being said, thank you guys for watching. That's our news.
We did it.
We did it. We fucking did it. That's our news and injuries recap for the week, for week 14. Thank you guys for watching. If you made it this far in the video, thank you. Make sure you check out the description. You can check out our other socials. You can follow us on Twitter, TikTok. We have a lot of other content coming out as well. Make sure you do all that great YouTube stuff, dog. Make sure you subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know when we drop our latest videos. And, make sure you leave some comments as well. I know there's no buy, sells, anything like that because trades are obviously over and we're in the playoffs. But if you have any type of, questions about fantasy football, you want to drop anything like that, ask for any advice, drop it down. There's no paywall, so we will answer any and every question. And also, yeah, just have some fun, man. We're in playoffs. Have some fun.
We made it.
Yeah, we made it. You made it to this part. You made it to the dance. It doesn't matter how the regular season went. That shit is gone. We're in playoffs now.
Yes, sir. Yeah, congrats to those that did make it. To those that didn't, I'm sorry. On to next year. We're already preparing. But yeah, I don't have too much to add. I think we just got to start saying some of the stuff that we say at the end and the beginning. More people got to hear it, but all good. Yeah, we hope you guys do really well in the playoffs. Good luck to everybody out there, and we'll catch you on the next video.
Hell yeah.
Peace.
Peace.